All right, people. Welcome to the Fixed Wireless Access Show. Today we're talking about the internet is revenue infrastructure, not a monthly expense. If your business uses the internet to operate, to process payments, access cloud systems, run logistics, serve customers, live stream events, operate point of sale systems, manage inventory, support remote teams, then your internet connection is not a utility. It's not an expense line item. It is revenue infrastructure. And today we're going to reframe how business leaders should think about connectivity, not as bandwidth, not as speed, not as a commodity, but as a core revenue engine. Because when it goes down, revenue goes down. That's it. It's a fact. You know, most businesses still categorize internet as telecom or IT expense, maybe a monthly service, like electricity. That mindset is outdated. Electricity doesn't process your payments. Electricity doesn't connect to AWS. Electricity doesn't host your CRM. Electricity doesn't sync your inventory to Shopify. Electricity doesn't live stream your product launch. Your internet does. Modern businesses are not just powered by electricity, they are powered by data flow. If your data flow stops, your operations compress. You know, let's break it down logically, okay? We're going to break it down logically. Ask yourself, do you use cloud-based accounting? Or do you use Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace? Do you process credit cards over IP? Do you run VoIP phones? Do your sales teams operate in Salesforce? Do you host webinars? Do you manage distributed locations? Do customers interact with you digitally? If the answer is yes to any of those, then your internet connection is not supporting your business. It is running your business. Here's the executive test, right? If your internet drops for 2 hours on a Tuesday afternoon, does revenue stop or degrade? If yes, that connection is revenue infrastructure, period. Right? So now let's evaluate this conversation. Shared versus dedicated architecture. Because not all connectivity is engineered equally. Shared broadband systems like coax cable, shared fiber, or consumer-grade 5G wireless operate on statistical multiplexing. That means you are sharing capacity. When demand spikes, performance compresses. Another word for compresses is it turns to shit. That's physics, not opinion. You know, dedicated systems, on the other hand, allocate capacity specifically to you. Dedicated bandwidth, engineered redundancy, symmetrical speeds, path diversity. This is why data centers don't run on shared cable. This is why trading floors don't run on residential broadband. This is why broadcast compounds don't gamble on consumer circuits. Revenue critical environments require engineered infrastructure. Let's use events as a microcosm. At a live event, you have a point of sale system that relies on IP. Live stream rely on upload throughput. Sponsor activations rely on Wi-Fi. Ticket scanning relies on real-time authentication. Media teams rely on cloud ingest, right? If the network collapses, lines form. Payments fail. Sponsors get angry. Social media lights up for all the wrong reasons. You know, the internet isn't supporting the event. It is monetizing the event. And the same applies to retail, healthcare, hospitality, law firms, financial services, logistics, manufacturing. Connectivity is monetization infrastructure. Let's quantify this. Let's spit some numbers out here. If your company generates $50,000 per hour in revenue and your network fails for 2 hours, that's $100,000 of exposed risk. Now ask, how much did you save by choosing the cheaper connection? Where is CFO, this is where the CFO logic has to change. It's not about monthly cost. It's about exposure risk. Infrastructure decisions should be based on downside protection, right? Here's the shift I want business leaders to make. Stop asking, how fast is it? How much per month? Is it 5G? Is it fiber? Start asking, is it dedicated? Is it redundant? Is it architected for load? Is it monitored? Is it SLA backed? Is it path diverse? What happens if the primary fails? If your revenue depends on it, it must be engineered. Assumed connectivity is fragile connectivity. Engineered connectivity is infrastructure. The companies that win in the next decade will treat digital transport the way prior generations treated railroads and highways, as foundational infrastructure, not as a bill to minimize. If your business operates in the cloud, transacts digitally, markets digitally, communicates digitally, or delivers experiences digitally, your internet is not IT, it is revenue infrastructure. Audit it accordingly, engineer it accordingly, protect it accordingly. Because when connectivity fails, revenue fails. And infrastructure is never where you want to cut corners. Appreciate everyone's time. Hope it was helpful. Go do some business.